Now I can let the floodgates open because I don't have to be all structured. I can now go home and be a puddle on the floor.
Emotions running high at the Hennepin County Courthouse this morning. The family of a woman killed seeing justice served. The man sentenced for driving into a group of protesters in Uptown last year.
Yo, I don't blame this guy for driving. That fucking pasty liberal horse shouldn't have been out there. Just like they said with Ashley Babbitt. What the fuck are you doing blocking traffic and shit? You're playing in the. I was with Black Lives Matter DC in 2015 with Michael Brown.
Oh yeah, you better believe it.
Yo, all you did was play in the street.
Create conflict.
Yeah, and they be on the fucking highway, shutting highways down. I was just more of an observer. I go to those things more as an observer. I don't really like taking,
You're not a sheep.
Gung-ho. Yeah, gung ho. No, this was even back in the day when I was
okay.
Before I was still always an observer. Like Charlottesville, I was an observer. I just sat back and watched that shit, man. And these motherfuckers playing in the street. This guy probably didn't even fucking mean to hit that woman.
Go home and be a puddle on the floor.
Emotions running high at the Hennepin County Courthouse this morning. The family of a woman killed seeing justice served. The man sentenced for driving into a group of protesters in Uptown last year, killing one of them.
Fox 9's Paul Bloom is here. And Paul, you were in the courtroom for the sentencing.
Kelsey and Randy, in that courtroom filled with tears and packed with friends, family, and fellow activists of Deanna Marie Knidick, the defendant, insisting today his actions that night were not intentional. But he did tell the court he deserved the absolute maximum prison sentence for all the pain and anguish he caused.
There's not a moment of my day that isn't lonely. I am no longer the rock.
Look at her. She's out there fucking protesting for fucking black criminals and shit. Fucking moron. You should have
Right? She keeps it going. Idiot.
Yeah. She's out there like talking about how bad black people got it and all this bullshit.
That compassion bullshit.
Yeah. And then some fucking white guy mowed her down. Oh well.
Of this family.
Deanna Marie Knidick's family shattered, still reeling from their unimaginable loss nearly 18 months ago now.
This is my best friend and my sister. Was ripped from this world.
The 31-year-old Knidick was killed, others injured when Nicholas Krause plowed his vehicle into a group of demonstrators who were protesting the June 2021 law enforcement shooting of Winston Boogie Smith in Uptown.
Winston Boogie Smith.
Here's my question. You wouldn't let your kids play in the street when they were kids. Why would you do it once they're adults?
And I don't remember this. Did they, surround him and start pounding on his vehicle or something, or did he just drive into him?
I'm gonna show you the Winston Boogie Smith. We're gonna get the Winston Boogie Smith to see if she should have been out there, or if she should have fucking found something better to do with her time. This woman died protesting for Winston Boogie Smith.
My early guess would be no, that she shouldn't have been.
Was ripped from this world.
The 31-year-old Knidick was killed, others injured when Nicholas Krause plowed his vehicle into a group of demonstrators who were protesting the June 2021 law enforcement shooting of Winston Boogie Smith in Uptown. Krause, emotional himself at times Wednesday, pleaded guilty to felony murder and assault. He apologized to the victims and their families and insisted his actions that night were not targeted, but rather the result of mental health issues and intoxicants.
When I saw that car there, I didn't think that I was going to be able to fly out of that car at the last second. And my instinct said, your car can't fly. You need to stop. I put my foot on the brake, just supposed to turn to stop.
What the fuck?
What the fuck did that guy just say?
Retarded.
And they talking like he Aladdin or some shit. Georgia just reinstated the abortion ban, though.
Oh, great. Good. Fucking liberals up.
Right.
Last second. And my instinct said, your car can't fly. You need to stop. I put my foot on the brake, just supposed to turn to stop. It was never intentional to hit anybody. There's nothing political about it.
But I can certainly recognize that this sort of act chills the expression on the issues of the day that are entitled to protection under the First Amendment.
Hennepin County District Court Judge
That
Paul
judge, if he was a son man, that judge would have
The First Amendment doesn't include impeding others in the street.
Right.
So this judge is gonna get all tough with this glider when he know he wouldn't do this to a son man.
Every 20 years.
On the issues of the day that are entitled to protection under the First Amendment.
Hennepin County District Court Judge Paul Scoggin ultimately handed down a 20-year prison sentence, just shy of the max permitted under the negotiated plea deal between the two sides.
But it honestly did not matter if he got 2 months or he got 22 years. There is absolutely nothing, no time, no energy, no wherever he goes that will bring her back here.
Okay. Winston Boogie Smith. So let's see what this woman lost her life protesting over. What this fucking glider woman lost her life protesting over. Let's see.
Do, 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 do.
Last night, we met Smith's 7-year-old daughter and her mother. Janiyah Rogers says she misses her dad.
And then suddenly my dad died, and then like I could feel the pain from my hopes, from my brain to my heart, and then
Matter of fact, she probably never met her
I
dad.
wish my dad comes back soon.
You know he loves you, and he'll always be with you.
That's his baby mama right there.
Yeah, Lord.
How do you say that name? How do you say that name?
Capritice.
I'll
just call her Alphabet.
Capritice.
Can't make this shit up.
Capricci.
Caprice?
Capri Sun Shay Rogers.
Caparati Shay.
Cappuccino Shay.
Damn. Jennifer Capriati shit.
Oh shit.
Copernicus? Well, look at the daughter's name underneath it.
Champagne Shay.
Janiyah. I can say Janiyah. Yeah, Janiyah. That's an easy one. That's an easy one if you got some in it.
That's a purdy name.
Yeah, this is.
She stepped out. She stepped out. Ugh. Yeah, I didn't want to point that out.
That's the fit, ma. That's the fit.
Oh gosh.
Hey, chill out, bro. She thick.
But
In all the wrong places. In all the wrong places.
She thick like a dumpster.
Ooh, that's like a trash bag. That's a baby trash bag.
Hold on, that's the bag you get from Five Guys.
God.
When they throw the fries in there.
Yeah,
that's crazy as shit.
I thought she had grease stains on her shirt. That's her tattoos.
That's titty juice. Hold up. She's pregnant. She's pregnant. She's having another baby. She's lactating, guys. Come on.
She's in the fourth trimester. It's not the weight. It's what she's wearing. God,
yeah. I'm trying to figure out, are the shorts rolled up at the leg? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with them shorts. Are they rolled up?
Don't worry though. She's leaving the state to get an abortion in a legal state. So
someone's good. Gosh.
Yikes, man. We won't have to worry about another super gremlin in the street.
Stop punishing us, man. Come on.
I just wish my dad comes back soon.
Cute little girl though.
I love you, and he'll always be with you. And
Not
he's with you
smash.
right now, and you just got to be great. You got to do good, and you got to make your daddy happy. You know.
Smith's family and friends held a vigil for him last night. And as WCCO's Marielle Mose explains, they are demanding more transparency.
We're asking for video footage, just solid evidence.
Activist groups stood in solidarity with the family of Winston Smith outside the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension building in St. Paul on Friday afternoon. They are demanding the BCA release any video footage of the shooting to the public and the Smith family.
And we refuse to believe that no one has video footage after all of those different departments.
Is it the weave or is it the name? I don't know what's going on here.
Does this make the
Toshira? Oh, shit.
Is she Japanese?
Toshiba. She's trying to be or something.
Toshira.
Toshida got it right.
It's okay. It's
This
okay.
is why I gave props to that black girl earlier in the show. The black girl who was at the Virginia shooting at the Walmart.
Yeah, the young lady with the dirty house.
Yeah.
That's why I gave her props.
She was dope.
Because it's so rare. Look at this one with the fucking
Right.
he was so much blonde weave and shit.
She hates herself.
Cultural appropriation. Yeah.
Right. She was like,
I can't wait for white women to come get their blonde hair back.
Yeah. She can't even fucking
The ones that they tore out.
Reclaim your wig.
Seeing is overrated. You don't need to see.
Right, man. Blondes have more fun.
The cumbrellas. The cumbrellas.
Blondes are nice. Looks like a
To
German
believe
shepherd.
that no one has video footage after all of those different departments showed up yesterday. So we want transparency and we demand it now.
Smith's sister, Taisha Floyd, spoke about who her brother was to her.
My brother was kind. No, he wasn't perfect. None of us are.
Uh-oh, she let it slip. She let it slip. God damn.
Uh-oh.
Context clues.
That means not being perfect is code word for he was a fucking rapper.
He was that nigga was outside.
And it doesn't matter what's on that video. It's not going to stop him from acting like this. It don't matter what. Yeah.
Right.
It could be literally taking a gun and putting it to the cop's head, and then they getting shot, and they'd still be. You could have disarmed him.
I'm waiting on the criminal record, Ark. I'm waiting on you to drop that criminal record.
Right. Translation: that nigga was in the streets.
My brother was kind. No, he wasn't perfect. None of us are.
He shot a couple niggas, but
He was trying to turn over a new leaf.
He's constant.
Get away from him.
Oh, he was going to be a rocket engineer.
His past.
To tarnish his character.
Later Friday night, a group shut down the intersection of Lake and Girard for the second night in a row to hold a vigil for Winston Smith.
You use that fist to fight, not to sit down, to fight.
The group made their way to the top floor of the parking ramp.
Burn it down.
Burn the whole parking deck.
These are sheep, the land of the blind, that will follow a narrative.
This gotta be something Look at this woman right here, right? This woman right here, if she's out here protesting for this guy. If she would have gotten hit too, I wouldn't have given a fuck.
Right.
If she would have gotten mowed down, I don't care. Listen, I feel bad for the families, and if they have kids, because your kid, you can't help that your mom's being a jackass. She's out here protesting with some black thug. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking eating TV dinners and fucking putting yourself to sleep and shit while your mom's out playing in the street protesting with some black thug. So I feel sorry for the kids, the parents, because think about it, you changed her shitty diapers for all those years. You fucking shuttled her around the school practice, back and forth, PTA meetings, this, that, and the third, just for her to fucking get mowed down protesting for some black thug that would have fucking took her head off, would have punched her for no reason. And shit.
She's nurturing that feminine force.
There's got to be some irony behind his name being Winston Smith. That's the name. That's the name of the main character from 1984.
Yeah, and that's after getting a dream catcher tattoo on her sternum and getting a bull nose ring, septum piercing.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Wow.
And the dyed
The
hair.
group made their way to the top floor of the parking ramp where the fatal shooting happened Thursday afternoon, laying flowers and candles all over the ramp.
This right here should never happen.
Smith's brother spoke at the memorial, saying he wants it to remain as is.
This area, the top of this roof, is my brother's memorial spot.
God damn.
Help me protect that, all right?
Talk about colonizing.
CCO 4 names.
Land of the blind.
They're gonna do that shit like they did Young Dolph's mural. They won't even let the business open back up.
Yeah.
They just fucking Man, y'all fucked up for
And hi,
running your
everyone. I'm
business
Kelsey
after
Carlson.
this man
And I'm
just
Amy
died.
Hawker. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We have some developing news in the
Look at this brother's face. He just looked like trouble. That brother just looks
like an
trouble.
angel.
The man looking like he worked with the Boy Scouts, man. What are you talking about?
And hi, everyone. I'm Kelsey Carlson. And I'm Amy Hawker. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We have some developing news in the Winston Smith case. We're now getting a look at some of the evidence in that deadly shooting. Smith was shot and killed by members of the U.S. Marshals Task Force in June.
Okay, see, it was a marshal. Remember, Johnny, I told you that earlier? It doesn't matter if it's a marshal. As long as it's a white guy in a uniform, it's a fucking problem.
Right.
Charges will be filed against any officers. Paul Bloom joining us now. And so, Paul, you've been poring over these photos, audio clips, and documents today.
Kelsey and Amy, remember, there are no body cameras here, no video that authorities know about capturing the moments immediately before and during this deadly law enforcement shooting. What the file does contain is an audio recording, an interview transcript, with Winston Smith's girlfriend. She was in the passenger seat right next to Smith and believes she narrowly missed being killed herself that day.
I was like bleeding everywhere and I was terrified because I thought it was a gunshot and I thought I was going to die and I just kept thinking about my son and then that was it. It just happened so quickly. Like I was just on a date.
Shortly after the deadly June 3rd encounter on top of an uptown parking ramp, the lone non-law enforcement witness to what happened spoke to investigators. Norhan Asghar said she'd been going out with Winston Smith for a few weeks. The couple had just finished up.
Norhan Asghar.
Sounds like a Becky.
Investigators. Norhan Asghar said she'd been going out with Winston Smith for a few weeks. The couple had just finished up lunch at Stella's across the street when police descended on the Maserati Smith had borrowed from an acquaintance and chaos ensued.
Police was like, put your hands up.
Oh, he borrowed the Maserati.
Oh, he borrowed it, yeah.
How does it feel
borrowed
to
it or
to lend it out or get it stolen?
He commandeered it.
Yeah.
He borrowed a Maserati from a friend.
Acquaintance.
Acquaintance, yeah.
Wasn't
What
even a friend.
acquaintance does he have that has a Maserati?
I mean, 2021 PPP loans. You'd be surprised, Johnny. PPP loans. These brothers was killing.
Yeah, you can get a Range Rover with a PPP loan.
Let me just borrow my man's Maserati.
Chaos ensued.
Police was like, put your hands up where we could see it. I know they were talking about Winston because you can clearly see my hands up. Like I was cooperating. I put my hands all the way up, and he wouldn't put his hands.
She says.
She said I cooperated. He didn't. I'm good. That nigga got shot. I didn't.
I know they were talking about Winston because you can clearly see my hands up. Like I was cooperating. I put my hands all the way up, and he wouldn't put his hands up. He's like, I'm gonna die. All of a sudden, I don't know if the police shot the car or if they broke it open, but the glass something shooted in the car, and then I felt like something coming towards my head. So then I went like this, and then it glazed right here and right here. So it would have hit my head. I didn't move.
Asghar's audio recorded interview is just one of the many pieces of evidence in the redacted BCA investigative case file released publicly on Wednesday. That includes more than 1,000 pages and scores of photographs. Some were taken at the crime scene, capturing the bullet-riddled Maserati. The gun, authorities insist, Smith fired from inside the vehicle, as well as Asghar's bloody clothing that she voluntarily.
How did that happen?
Wow.
Gun fired from inside the vehicle.
Just magically fired.
Died protesting for this.
She should be thankful for their marksmanship.
Guilt and compassion.
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking retarded.
God is probably like, hell no, you ain't getting up here, man. You died over that shit. I gave you life. I gave you life, and you died for this. And listen, man, we all gotta go somewhere. Every day, everybody gotta go. So she just this
I
is
like
how
this.
She went protesting for this guy.
Hey, I wonder how some folk act in the other side. You know?
What do you mean the other side?
After death.
I wonder how they
On
behave.
the other side. Oh shit! Man.
Tupac asked the question. I wonder if heaven got a ghetto. So.
Yep. Is there a gangster for what is it?
4G.
Mansion?
Yeah,
Gangster 4G.
4G. Gangster lean. The gangster.
Said nah. Mossy said nah.
Nah.
You don't know Mossy, man, because liberals, man. The Angels might be liberals.
Right. They up there loitering, Ike.
Yeah, those are the angels that went to hell.
Right. They up there loitering and littering.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get to the gentrified heaven. So
clouds. They littering along the clouds, man. This is crazy.
At the vehicle, as well as Askar's bloodied clothes, Smith during a U.S. Marshal's.
Right here and right here. So it would have hit my head. I didn't move.
Askar's audio recorded interview is just one of the many pieces of evidence in the redacted BCA investigative case file released publicly on Wednesday. That includes more than 1,000 pages and scores of photographs. Some were taken at the crime scene, capturing the bullet-riddled Maserati. The gun, authorities insist, Smith fired from inside the vehicle, as well as Askar's bloodied clothing that she voluntarily provided. Just last week, the Crow Wing County attorney ruled the shooting justified, clearing the undercover Hennepin and Ramsey County deputies who fired on Smith during a U.S. Marshals task force operation to apprehend the 32-year-old. There is no known video of what happened. Askar had said then she did not recall seeing Smith with a gun.
You don't know anything about Winston? No, I don't know anything about him, and that's the crazy part. Like, I'm just, like, wondering, like, is he a killer? Like, though there was, like, 50 officers there. It was, like, a whole SWAT team. Like, what the hell did he do wrong?
Now, the deputies who fired their weapons at
There's a picture of the gun. Someone in the chat pointed out that there was a brass case on top of the gun. It showed that he would have he did fire a shot inside the car.
What does the brass case mean?
There's a brass.
Yeah, I saw a
it was
shell.
ejected out of the chamber when they pulled the trigger.
I saw a shell right there next to the gun, like on the floor.
And on top of the gun too.
Yeah, he fucked up.
Yeah, right there.
He tried to crash out with a white bitch. That's what he was trying to do.
Right there with the glasses.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. So that couldn't have gotten the car from the police shooting.
No.
Nah.
From the car.
No.
That's the only.
No.
That nigga tried to crash out with a white bitch.
Unless he was at the range before and he likes to collect his brass and it fell out of his pocket.
Right.
He knew he stole that damn car. Come on.
Yeah. This is crazy.
I collect my brass.
It was a nice mod.
force. They declined to be interviewed by the BCA, but they did provide written statements that are contained within the file that was released today. Paul Bloom, Fox 9.
And we're also learning more about the man who was killed. Family members tell us that Winston Smith Jr. was a father to 3 children. Today, their biggest question is, why was he shot and killed? Erin Asanza had a chance to speak to those who know him best. She is live in the uptown area of Minneapolis.
3 different people,
Erin?
probably.
Yeah, we're at Lake and Hennepin, Frank, where you can see things are closed off here. There are some barricades up. There are some people out with signs. We haven't seen any visible police. Traffic control came through and sort of put up a cone or two and then kept it moving along. So cars are turning around in this area. We know that Winston's daughter is out here. She's actually right to my left here with her mom. And so family right now really calling for transparency in this investigation.
I got a call from my stepbrother saying that the man that got shot was my brother.
Kedell Smith's brother is 32-year-old Winston Boogie Smith Jr., the man killed by the U.S. Marshals Task Force in Uptown Thursday.
There needs to be something done about this.
Friends say Smith loved music, comedy, and being a father.
He has 2 girls and 1 boy. He has an older daughter that understands what's going on.
How many baby mamas?
This is a perfect man. And I'm not going to lie and say that, oh, he was just all fruits and daisies. This man had
fruits and daisies. God damn. If that's his idea of perfection, shit.
Yeah, this guy was
fruits
a bad
and daisies.
guy. He was a bad guy. You can tell.
I'm not saying that this is a perfect man. And I'm not going to lie and say that, oh, he was just all fruits and daisies. This man had a family. And he's just like anybody else.
There was a warrant out for Smith's arrest after he failed to appear for a felony firearm conviction in Ramsey County on May 19th. According to court records, Smith also failed to appear for a probation violation on May 5th for a 2017 aggravated robbery conviction. His 4-year sentence in that case was stayed, and he was out on probation. Smith was also facing an upcoming trial in September for allegedly fleeing a police officer last fall. And we're going to have more coming up at 6 o'clock, Frank.
Say her last name.
hands from the family members. There are a couple specific things that they're calling for.
Okay, Aaron, we'll look to hear more then. We appreciate it. Thank you.